I am speaking to you with the urgency of a father who does not want to see you step into something that could bring pain into your life. And I ask you not to pass over this call as though it were only an ordinary sound among the noises of the world. My beloved child, stop for a moment and let your heart become still, because I have not come to frighten you, nor have I come to plant a vague fear within you. I have come to protect you. I have come because I see what lies ahead before you see it. Hear the quiet sounds your ears have not yet heard, and recognize the cracks in the situation that your eyes are still overlooking. There are moments in life that carry more weight than you realize. One timely act of listening can keep you from a road filled with regret, and one sincere return can open a season of peace you have prayed for a long time. When I call you right now, it is not because I want you to live in panic, but because my love cannot remain silent when I see you drawing near to an important turning point. There are things that look very small at first: a conversation you plan to enter, a decision you plan to make, a promise you plan to believe, a door you plan to walk through, a connection you keep trying to hold on to, even though your heart is uneasy. But those small things, if taken lightly, can grow into brokenness, pain, loss, and long nights when you ask yourself why you did not stop sooner. I do not want you to have to learn everything through tears. I want you to learn through watchfulness, humility, and trust that my voice does not come to bind you, but to lead you away from danger. You have asked me many times for clarity. You have prayed for a sign, for guidance, for confirmation to know whether you should continue or stop. I heard you. I heard both the words you spoke and the things you kept only in silence. I saw when you were so tired that you no longer knew how to pray. I saw when you tried to smile at others while your heart was heavy. I saw when you told yourself you still had everything under control. Yet deep inside, you knew something was moving beyond your strength. My beloved child, this word is one of the ways I place my hand upon your shoulder and say, slow down, look carefully, let me lead you. The tragedy I am warning you about is not only an outward event that frightens you. Sometimes the greater danger is the quiet exhaustion of the heart, the breaking of trust, the cracking within a family, the loss of peace, the fall into unwise financial choices, or the gradual drifting away from my light before you realize it. There are wounds that do not come like a storm crashing down, but like drops of water falling steadily, wearing down your strength day by day. There are traps that do not appear fierce, but wear the appearance of opportunity, affection, temporary comfort, or an invitation that makes you think you have finally found a way out. But I see deeper than the surface. I know which door you should not open, which word you should not believe too quickly, which meeting you need to pray over before entering, and which decision you need to delay until true peace speaks. Therefore, do not treat the heaviness in your heart as meaningless. Sometimes it is an awakening I have placed within you. Do not treat repeated uneasiness as a small thing. Sometimes it is a loving bell calling you to look more carefully. Do not let haste cause you to lose discernment. When you are too tired, you can easily choose what brings immediate relief but sours pain later. When you are too lonely, you can easily open your heart to things that do not come from true love. When you long too deeply for a breakthrough, You can easily grasp a shortcut without realizing it is pulling you away from integrity. I do not want you to live closed off and suspicious of everything. But I want you to be awake enough not to hand your peace to what is unworthy of it. I know there are countless distractions competing for your attention. The world pulls at you through news, invitation, pressure, comparison, the desire to be recognized, and the worries that keep speaking in your mind. But in the middle of all that noise, I still choose to touch you through this word, not to take away your peace, but to bring you back to true peace. Urgency is not your enemy. Urgency can be mercy running toward you before your foot slips. A father who sees his child about to step into danger will not call with an indifferent voice. He will call more strongly, more clearly, more earnestly. I am the same. My love is gentle, but it is not weak, patient, but not silent before what could harm you. Look back at the recent signs. Is there something that keeps causing you to lose sleep? Is there a conversation that leaves your heart heavier after it ends? Is there a decision you are pushing yourself to make even though your heart does not have peace? Is there someone who always makes you prove, explain, and shrink your voice just to keep the peace? Is there an opportunity that looks bright outwardly but forces you to hide, rush, or trade away your purity? My beloved child, I do not ask so you will be afraid. I ask so you will wake up. The things seen under the light will no longer easily control you in the darkness. If you remain with me in listening, I will teach you to recognize the signs before consequences erupt. I will help you distinguish between fear and awakening, between delay that comes from cowardice and waiting that comes from wisdom, between a door I open and a trap covered in glitter. I will show you when to be silent, when to speak the truth, when to step forward, when to step away, when to set a boundary, and when to lay everything down and rest in my presence. You do not have to understand everything by yourself. You only need not to cover your ears before my voice. I also want you to understand that my protection is not only for you alone. When you are awake, you can become a source of peace for others. When you learn to stop before a wrong decision, your family may also be preserved from the consequences of that decision. When you choose gentle words instead of a heated reaction, a tense atmosphere can be softened. When you recognize a trap and do not step into it, those who come after you may also learn wisdom. Your response does not only affect your own path, it can become a small lamp for others in a night when they also need to be guided. My child, I am not saying that I will abandon you if your heart grows weak. I am still the one who is patient, full of mercy, always finding ways to bring you back. But I want you to understand that when certain reminders are ignored for too long, your heart can become hardened. And then it becomes harder for you to hear guidance. Not because I stop loving, but because you have grown used to walking far from the light. Therefore, today I call you back before familiarity with danger becomes a way of life. I call you to lay down pride, lay down overconfidence in your own strength, lay down the fear that makes you avoid the truth. I call you to come closer to me, where you can breathe, see clearly, and receive strength to do what is right. Say to me within your heart right now, Father, I am listening. Please show me what I need to avoid, what I need to release, what I need to correct, what I need to wait for, and what I need to step into. One small but sincere response can open a stream of light within you. I will not leave you helpless after calling you. I will go before you in difficult conversations. I will stand beside you when you must make a decision. I will protect you from what has been hidden and give you peace so you will not be carried away by chaos. I will not let this urgency end in fear. I will turn it into awakening, protection, and the starting point of a steadier season. So remain in my presence. My beloved child, do not keep walking alone into what lies ahead. Do not take the signs lightly just because they are not loud. Do not wait until the pain becomes greater before you return. I am calling you today with strong love, with unchanging mercy, with wisdom that wants to keep you from unnecessary regret. Let me lead you through the hidden storm, through subtle turning points, through invitations that do not carry peace, through decisions that need light. When you choose to listen, you will not only avoid what is harmful, you will also be repositioned for the breakthrough, healing, restoration, and peace you have prayed for. I am still here. I am still protecting you. I am still opening the way for you. And in my hands, this urgent moment can become the place where your life begins to turn toward the light. Recently, you have felt a strange tension in your heart, a quiet uneasiness that you have tried many times to push aside, telling yourself it is only pressure, only tiredness, only your imagination making everything feel heavier. But my beloved child, I want you to stop and listen to me carefully. That inner discomfort is not random, nor is it a sign that you are weak. It is my gentle yet serious prompting stirring you, calling you to slow down, look deeper, and discern more clearly before you continue. There are times when I place caution in your heart like a small lamp in the night. Not so you will live in fear, but so you will recognize when something is no longer aligned with the peace and safety I desire for you. You have sensed that there is an unclean influence near you, yet you hesitate to believe that feeling. You are afraid you may be wrong, afraid you are too sensitive, afraid you are judging others, afraid you are not loving enough if you create distance. But my child, discernment is not condemnation. Caution is not bitterness. Recognizing something unhealthy does not mean you lack kindness. It may be the very way I am teaching you to guard what is precious and what I have placed within you. Some people enter your life not to build, but to confuse you. Some invitations look beautiful on the outside, but hidden within them is a cost you have not yet seen. Some opportunities seem to open at just the right time, but if you grasp them hastily without prayer, they can pull you into a binding cycle that is harder to untangle than you imagine. Therefore, I am asking you to slow down before moving forward. Do not let weariness cause you to choose quickly just to escape the feeling of waiting. Do not let loneliness cause you to open the door to what your heart already knows does not carry peace. Do not let the first attractive appearance make you ignore the small signs I have placed before your eyes. I know you are tired of always having to be careful, always having to discern, always having to ask what is true and what is false, who can be trusted and who only brings more burdens. I know you want an open road, quick answers, and an easier path, so you no longer have to hesitate so much. But my beloved child, protection sometimes feels like resistance, and guidance sometimes feels like an interruption that makes you uncomfortable. I would rather interrupt your convenience than let you walk straight into something that would wound you more deeply. You are not weak because you need this warning. On the contrary, because you carry an important purpose within you. I am waking you before it is too late. The adversary does not waste effort on what has no value. He watches those who carry my seeds, those who can become sources of light, healing, and support for others. Your life is not as ordinary as you once thought on weary days. There is a calling attached to you, and that calling attracts both blessing and opposition. I guard what belongs to my purpose, and you carry more than you realize. Therefore, when I place holy uneasiness in your heart, it is not to make you confused, but to remind you that something precious needs to be protected. What I am stopping is connected to a chain of consequences you have not fully seen. A small compromise today can open doors that later may take many tears to close. A rushed commitment can bind you to years of heartbreak simply because you did not pause long enough to ask me. A warning sign ignored can grow into a wound that shakes your faith, clouds your clarity, and drains the joy I am restoring. You only see the moment before you, but I see the whole road behind it. You only hear today's words, but I see the heart, the motives, the outcomes, and what can be born from a choice made without prayer. That is why I intervene before things go too far. I speak not to make you panic, but to make you stronger. I do not want you to live like someone who suspects everyone. But I also do not want you to become vulnerable because you ignore my warning voice. You are not powerless in this matter, because I am standing before you like a shield. I do not let you find your way alone in darkness without light. I am revealing what you need to know, piece by piece, just enough for you to choose differently. You do not need to understand the whole story before you can obey the first step. You do not need full evidence before you are allowed to slow down. If I place within your heart the prompting to stop, then stop. If I place within your heart the need to pray, then pray. If I place within your heart uneasiness about a person, an invitation, a decision, or a door, do not quickly deny it only because everything looks reasonable outwardly. When you obey my still voice, you are cutting off outcomes that would have wounded you deeply. There are pains that do not need to happen if you listen early. There are cycles that do not need to repeat if you step out when I call. There are losses that can be prevented if you do not let haste take the wheel. You have asked me many times to protect you, and this is one of the ways I answer. I do not only protect you by pulling you out of danger after everything has shattered. I also protect you by warning you before the collision happens. I protect you by stirring your heart before collapse takes shape. I protect you by giving clarity before chaos has the chance to swallow your peace. So, trust me enough to slow down. Be humble enough to admit that you do not see everything I see. Be courageous enough not to step into what your inner being has repeatedly felt unsettled about. Do not fear disappointing others more than you fear wounding yourself through disobedience. Do not keep a wrong commitment simply because you are afraid of being misunderstood. Do not keep staying near an influence that drains you only because you do not want to be called cold. Some boundaries are not signs of lacking love. but signs of maturity. Sometimes saying no is how you say yes to me. Sometimes stepping back is the most important step of faith. I will not lead you into confusion. When you sincerely seek me, I will make clear what needs to be clear. I will give you peace when the door belongs to me, and uneasiness when it is not meant for you. I will send confirmation in many ways, through stillness in your heart, through a timely reminder, through circumstances being exposed, through something that looked attractive suddenly revealing its cracks. Stay awake, but do not panic. Discern, but do not become bitter. Observe, but do not let fear rule. I am teaching you to walk as one who is covered, not as one being hunted. I am teaching you to live close enough to my voice that you recognize when peace leaves a decision. My beloved child, place this moment before me. Bring that person, that opportunity, that decision, that tension into my presence. Do not rush to sign. Do not rush to promise. Do not rush to give access to your life to something you have not prayed over enough. Let me sift. Let me expose what is hidden. Let me lead you by peace instead of pressure. I have not come to take what is good away from you. I have come to keep you from what disguises itself as good but carries a heavy price. Believe that this interruption is mercy. Believe that this warning is love. Believe that when I tell you to slow down, it is because I am preparing a safer, cleaner, and more fitting path for the purpose I have placed upon your life. The reason I tell you not to ignore my call is because distraction is one of the most subtle weapons the enemy often uses to pull you away from safety. If he cannot destroy you directly, he will try to make you so busy that you can no longer hear the voice that is rescuing you. If he cannot make you fall through an obvious temptation, he will dull the urgency within you, making you think you still have plenty of time, that you can delay, that you can ignore it just a little longer and be fine. But my beloved child, there are warnings that do not come to make you panic, but to pull you back before you step too far. There are interruptions that are not annoyances, but mercy. And there are moments when I step into the rhythm of your life not to ruin your plans, but to save you from what you have not yet seen lying ahead. I am stronger than any plan built against you. No scheme can exceed my wisdom. No trap can hide from my eyes. And no darkness can outrun my light. But I am calling you back to attention. Because my protection is not only something I place around you, it is also something you must know how to receive through listening. Obedience and wakefulness. A shift is coming into your life. And the direction of that shift will be shaped by whether you choose to align with me. It can become a turning point toward blessing instead of sorrow, toward restoration instead of brokenness, toward peace instead of chaos. If you stop right now and let me guide you, the danger is real, but my protection is also real. The risk is present, but my covering is also present. Stronger, nearer, and more powerful than what you fear. Do not let the truth of danger make you forget the greater truth of the one who watches over you. I am not late. I have not stayed silent. I have spoken through the holy uneasiness in your heart, through the urging that made you stop, through wise counsel, through caution you almost dismissed as excessive. You may not hear my voice with your ears as a clear sound, but I am speaking through gentle conviction, through quiet wisdom, through small signs you should not take lightly. I do not have to shout in order to guide you. Many times, I only need to make your heart uneasy before something that does not belong to my purpose. You may not see the angels surrounding you, but that does not mean you are not covered. There are acts of preservation taking place around you that natural eyes cannot recognize. There are paths that have been blocked because they lead to harm. There are meetings that have been delayed because they do not carry life. There are invitations that have grown heavy in your heart because I am telling you not to step in too quickly. There are doors that look very attractive outwardly, but behind them are bonds that could cost you peace, clarity, and direction. Therefore, do not judge everything only by how favorable it appears. Learn to ask me what lies behind that door. What is hidden beneath that promise? What will be waiting for you if you enter without my guidance? I am redirecting your steps even when you think you are choosing freely. There are times when you think you only changed your mind by chance, slowed down because you were tired, or lost interest because of your emotions. But in truth, I am using those very things to keep you from a trap. There are times when I cause a plan to stop flowing smoothly, not because I am against you, but because I am protecting you. There are times when I allow a person to reveal what is in their heart earlier, so you will not give your trust too deeply. There are times when I make you feel the need to be silent, to wait, to think longer, because your haste could take you where you should not go. When you surrender the urge to hurry, you allow me to lead you around hidden things you do not know how to avoid by yourself. Believe that this interruption is love. Believe that this warning is mercy. Believe that I do not disrupt the rhythm of your life without reason. Do not make you stop only to confuse you. Do not place uneasiness in your heart only so you will torment yourself. I am fighting battles you do not even know are forming. I am putting out fires before they reach the door of your home. I am disrupting plans built to make you stumble. I am placing boundaries around what belongs to you, around your family, around your future, around the blessing I have prepared. There are things that, if you knew them fully, would make you tremble, but I do not need you to know every detail in order for you to be safe. I only need you to stay near me. Listen to me, and not take my guidance lightly. I am not finished with you, and I refuse to let carelessness steal what I have prepared for you. You have gone through too much to lose your peace because of one moment without watchfulness. You have cried too much to place your future in the hands of rushed decisions. You have been preserved through too many seasons to now turn away from the voice that is warning you. I do not say this to make you live in tension, but so you may live in discernment. Wakefulness is not fear. Caution is not a lack of faith. Waiting is not failure. Saying no when I lead you to say no is not missing out. It may be the first door opening into freedom. In the hours and days ahead, stay closer to me. Listen before you speak, because not every word needs to be answered immediately. Pray before you commit, because not every opportunity comes from me. Pause before you agree, because some things look good but do not carry peace. Let my peace be the gatekeeper of your decisions. If your heart is pulled into haste, stop. If you feel pressured to answer immediately, step back. If something causes you to lose inner stillness, Bring it before me, before you place your name upon it. I will not abandon you in confusion. I will guide you, but you must make room to hear. Be careful with distraction disguised as urgency. Not everything that demands your attention immediately deserves your attention. Not every noise is a call. Not every urgency comes from me. Some things only want to pull you away from my presence, from peace, from what I am telling you to focus on. Therefore, learn to distinguish between the prompting of fear and the guidance of wisdom. Fear makes you hasty, but I lead you in clarity. Fear makes you decide just to escape pressure, but I teach you to decide from a place of peace. Fear makes you shrink back or rush forward without thought, but I cause you to stand firm. See clearly and step rightly. My beloved child, I am calling you back to holy attention, back to closeness, back to the place where you can hear me more clearly than every noise. Do not ignore this reminder. Do not take lightly the healthy uneasiness within your heart. Do not dismiss caution as though it were only doubt. There are times when I tell you to stop, not because you are weak, but because I see what you do not see. There are times when I tell you to wait, not because I want to delay blessing, but because I am leading you away from what could wound you. There are times when I tell you to walk differently from your original plan, not because I am taking away your freedom, but because I am protecting your future. So stay near me. Let your heart become awake, but not panicked. Careful, but not closed. Strong, but still tender before my voice. I am going before you. I am covering you. I am breaking the things built to harm you. I am preserving what I have promised. When you cannot see the whole picture, trust the one who sees. When you do not understand why you must stop, trust the one who is leading you away from what is hidden. When it feels hard to believe, stay a little closer to me. My protection is real. My mercy is real. And what I have prepared for you will not be stolen from your hands by carelessness, haste, or distraction when you choose to listen and follow me.